another cold chill. You got to chill. Kick back, lean in, let the time stand still. Put your feet up high on the windowsill. If you rock with us, then you got to chill. Yeah, you got to chill. Whole crew laughing by the dollar bill. Ain't rich, but the joy's so real. If you're here right now, then you got to chill. Then you got to chill. Then you got to chill. Pulled up late, same crew, same plan. Fold out chairs in the back of the van. Cooler on frost, cards on the table. Laughing so hard, somebody shook the cable. Phone on mute, world on pause. Talk our talk, we don't need applause. Sun dips low, sky turn teal. If you feel that vibe, then you got to chill. You got to chill. Kick back, lean in, let the time stand still. Put your feet up high on the windowsill. If you rock with us, then you got to chill. Oh yeah, you got to chill. Whole crew laughing about a dollar bill. Ain't rich, but the joy's so real. If you're here right now, then you got to chill. Dominoes click, smack talk fly. Some folks dance, some just sigh. Playlist loop, but we don't mind it. Same 3 songs every night, we rewind it. Cousin on the grill, flame kiss that plate. Kids run wild through the busted gate. Street lamp hum, but the heartbeat still. Every long weekends when we got to chill. You got to chill. Kick back, lean in, let the time stand still. Put your feet up high on the windowsill. If you rock with us, then you got to chill. Yeah, you got to chill. Whole crew laughing by the dollar bill. Ain't rich, but the joy's so real. If you're here right now, then you got to chill. No big flex, just friends and a fold out. Same inside jokes that we roll out every time. If you feel stressed, bring that over here. We trade your worries for another cold chill. You got to chill. Kick back, lean in, let the time stand still. Put your feet up high on the windowsill. If you rock with us, then you got to chill. Yeah, you got to chill. Whole crew laughing by the dollar bill. Ain't rich, but the joy's so real. If you're here right now, then you got to chill. Then you got to chill. Then you got to chill. Pulled up late, same crew, same plan. Fold out chairs in the back of the van. Cooler on frost, cards on the table. Laughing so hard, somebody shook the cable. Phone on mute,
all right. Let's get this.
Talk our talk, we don't need.
All right. Apologies, I'm proud. All right, people, give me 2 seconds. I'm ready to get it popping. All right. I know that's a different type of song. I'm a different cat, though. I got all type of hip hop. There's a little hip hop country flair with a. Anyways, you'll hear it. I'll play music for you guys later. Guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Scott Free Morning Show. And I am streaming live too on L.Scott. On TikTok. I can't remember the name of the damn. That's the backup channel. So if you over on the backup channel, please and thank you if you can go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I will gravely appreciate it. And then thank you in advance. Thank you. Hit the like button as you come on in. Hit it in. People, it's Friday. I missed yesterday. Guys, yesterday just wasn't the day. I'm an emotional podcaster. I had stuff to do. Plus, it wasn't a good day. I was not in the goodest. I wasn't in the best of moods anyway. Plus, and I'm glad I did the episode I'm doing today, because we got to round up people. We got 1,000 things that has been coming at black folks in the last couple of days, it feels like. And it's going to get worse. So a couple of things is in my timeline like we do. If you've been here before, you know how it goes. We dive into the timeline. TikTok, a lot of times I don't show you much on the screen because they frown upon it over here in these TikTok streets. YouTube, a lot of times, if you go over to 300 Radio and the number 1, it's a great platform to get a lot of music, great content, and my beautiful face. If you go over there, you'll get to see any and everything that I put on the screen because they're a little more loose than TikTok is. So today, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You see the title of today's episode. What is the title of today's episode? All right, so it's depends on what I'm looking at. But one of them is the weekly roundup. I have proof. Black America is under attack. People, we're under attack from every culture out there. Before I get into anything heavy, I have to go ahead and, like I said, I'm going to talk about a couple things that's in the title. But the what's the name? Cyrus Belton, young man, unfortunate young man. I didn't talk about it the other day, even though I've been paying attention. But when I saw that video footage, and I watched them grown men run down that child. It blew my mind. And I'm going to tell you more than anything else, what blew my mind more than anything else was. Just say the boy had took 18 bottles of water right now. It's water, sir. It is. That is not worth a life. Life is precious. Life is short. Most of us don't get to experience it in any form or fashion like we want to. And to cut that young man short and then to let him know that you get to walk away and be free. And then on top of it, to make it even worse than that, you didn't think about this. How deep are they willing to go to protect them? Did y'all see them people them police lined up out there in front of the gas station? Look, this is not about protecting the community. These people, look, this is why I said it today. You are under attack from everybody. We got so many different things to talk about, but I'll bring it up now in this aspect. There is no black in anything coalition. There's no black and brown. There's no black and Asian. There's no black and nothing. It's just you. Really ain't no black a lot of times. It's just black. It's black American. That's just a lot of times what it is. Because everybody has a need. Feels the need to disrespect us in some form of fashion. Because like I say here, if that was a young little toddler named Todd or Bart that decided to slap you and steal water, he could have did anything to you up in there that day. Nobody would have ever justified anything that would have happened to that young Bart or Todd, young man. You know it's true. So it bothers me that, it ain't gonna say it bothers me. It just confirms for me what I already know to be true. When I see the police stand up for these Asians like they do, with the fact of a few years ago, Joe Biden decided that he was gonna do a Stop Asian Hate campaign, and they got laws passed. They got money set aside for it. They got things for that. Don't tell me that we are black in anything, because there's never anything. They use our backs a lot of times to get that shit done. So no, we don't have a black in nothing. We are all by ourselves. And that young man should not have to go like that. And I watched the video. I don't know if y'all saw the video from his mother. Poor thing, she broke my heart. Hey, as a parent, and I truly do mean this, I believe that your child should leave here after you. It's unnatural. I gladly want to leave here before my children do. So it's very unnatural to know that you have only been, and mind you, I have young adult children. And I could only imagine when either one of them hit 17, 14, 15, 12, how they are no longer here. That breaks my heart. And to know that these I love TikTok shop. I can't cuss today, but just to know that these people make justifications. The Chud the Builder guy. Everybody knows about Chud the Builder. Running around Chud is them white team men mad as hell because Chud the Builder he can't come up with this $1 million to get out of jail, even though he antagonized the hell out of some black folks. But I've seen so many videos. Oh, he's just exercising his freedom of speech. I heard Myron Gaines, unfortunately. I can't cut. I heard him, unfortunately, denigrating black folks. Oh, they tripping out. The man should be able to say, no, you don't get to denigrate my culture. No one gets to openly sit there and talk trash. And they use them justification. Oh, you get to call me a cracker. Shut up, man. Ain't nobody call you a cracker for nothing. It's nothing that we get out of calling you a cracker. That is a term that was used from the 70s. Can you update your term? Black folks do not call you that. I get so sick and tired of these people justifying their negative behaviors. But anyways, I digress. It's Friday. I'm going to make sure it's happy. I heart you back. I haven't even looked at the comment section. When I get in there, I'll give you some love, whoever sent me that. I appreciate you. But yeah, it's Friday, man. Let it go. Let go. Hit the like button. Come on and hit the like button. L. Scott be over here BSing. They be watching me, but they be over there hating. But you know what it is? I'll take it. It is what it is. I ain't gonna rock with you. Matter of fact, I was gonna show y'all my little cute face. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, I'm ready to mess up now. I was ready to show you my little cute face right here. But you people don't even want to get it. Nope, I ain't even want to do it. So nope, I ain't even gonna let you see it. Anyways, let's move on to the first things first. People, let's dive right on into the episode. First time here, like I say, we just get into a bunch of different topics. You're going to be able to hear the audio. You tell me what you think. And I'm going to get into the comment section in a few minutes. Let me get a little warmed up. All right, so let's see where we at. Okay, first things first. I'm not going to show y'all. Well, no, I will. I'll show you real quick. First things first. I'm going to show you real quick. Let me show you real quick. I'm going to take it off the screen. Fair use. I don't know if that works over here on TikTok. Fair use TikTok. Fair use. But this is in Libya over here now. They are showing you what basically modern day slavery is happening today. And what, hold on, let me take that off. Trying to take that off screen. Take that off screen. And you know what it is? What's funny though? Oh, let me put up YouTube. I'm so sorry. I don't disrespect y'all. Over here showing love to TikTok and disrespect y'all. Let me put it on the screen for them. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Give me 2 seconds. Boom. Where are you at? Boom, right there. Bang, right there. There we go. We on the screen. Now, hold on. Let me see if I can put you over here. Hold on. Doing too much. Hold on, guys. I promise you, technical. I'm running this shit by myself today. So, give me 2 seconds. All right, it's up here. We're good to go. We're good. All right, so... okay, you see it on YouTube. I forgot TikTok. I already said, I don't want them to see it. But look, this thing right here, this modern day slavery, it made me think of something. Matter of fact, it made me think of this. I don't even want to show y'all for this. I'm not even trying to drum up like, sympathy. Even though I feel very horrible for these young men, young ladies and young men and these children. The fact that they had them thrown in here. The fact of, like, people, I bet you people have probably said this to themselves before. Man, how did the world allow other people just to enslave African people? How did they sit back and just watch it if they weren't involved in it? Same way we watching now. Same way I'm online looking at it right now. And ain't nothing I can do about it. Ain't no country I'm going to jump into. I'm not going over to Libya. I'm not doing anything. Even though, side note, all you Democrat lovers right here now, you know why they're in slavery, right? Let's back it up a second. Let's just put things in context before we move on. This won't even where I was going. But I do want you people to understand why I want you to understand. The way you despise the Republicans, I want you to despise the same team you own because both of them the same. Because Barack Obama is the reason why these men are enslaved right now. Allegedly. For entertainment purposes only. But for entertainment purposes only, yes, he did it. Him going over there removing Gaddafi. Because Gaddafi said that he wanted to basically them have the African dinar. He wanted to have Africans use their own dollar with their own gold to back themselves. And they wanted to do it as a unit. Libya, Gaddafi did it. In Libya at the time, people got free health care, free education. Family, you would get money if you got married. How many children you get money for that. It was a beautiful place it sounded like to live. And now to know that people are getting moved, like they're getting enslaved, they're getting moved over into Europe. Let me tell you what they said for what purpose. If I can read it. Let me see if I can see it. I can't see it. The writing. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Maybe it's not down there. They're getting used. Basically, they're getting used for slave labor. They're getting used as nurses, maids, field hands. They're used for everything. And if I could see it, I would read it. But it's too daggone far away, and it's too long of a thing to read. But so, what I want us to understand is that first and foremost, unfortunately for Libya, I feel that bad for him. But what I wanted to say is this: this young man. I'm gonna play this video of another guy, and he said something, and I want you guys to tell me how you feel. Hold on a second. I want you guys to tell me how you feel. How do you look at this? Because I want to say something to this. This is what I showed you from Libya. It's tying into what this young man right here is going to say. And then I want you to tell me, let's dive into it. Let me just say that. Okay, so let me say this. And look, let me say this first things first. First things first. Okay, because I don't ever want to come off insensitive when I say this, because I understand. I understand the comment, the Kanye West comment. Because I don't think Kanye gave enough context to tell me, when Kanye says slavery is a choice, he didn't give me enough context of what he meant. If Kanye meant what this young man thinks he meant, and meaning if he thinks that Kanye meant, yes, it's a life or death, a life or pipune situation, but it's still your choice. But it is a life or death one, but it's still your choice. And if he meant that, then I agree. But if he just meant it as, some disrespectful, no, I don't agree with that. I don't agree. My people, no. But one thing I will say, the reason why I played this, and the reason why I thought of Libya, and I really mean this, it is so unfortunate that we don't realize how much the propaganda, the books, the education, or the miseducation that we go through every day, every year at school, every day, every year in every country we go in, the way that these people dominate us. It's unfortunate we don't understand that they have conditioned us subconsciously out of our own existence. Because the man is right. Think about a medieval time. Think of any medieval, if you're into Game of Thrones or anything like that, because I love period pieces. So think if you're in those anything, you'll rock with me when I understand this. Could you imagine a group of people warring with another group of people, and they get captive, and now they have thousands, or in this situation, millions underneath them? Do you think that those people in those medieval times, especially a lot of them just walking around freely amongst these people, and they're getting subjugated heavy? Because mind you, we're subjugated heavy, black people. Whether you want to admit it or not, it's basically, it's common law. It's not written on paper, but it's going to be how we exist. And since we're living like that, it does make you wonder sometimes, why don't we as men just say, man, forget this. I'm not doing this no more. Especially if you got life in the penitentiary. Yeah, if you give me I'm probably gonna be, they're gonna probably take me out, because I'm gonna try to break out a lot. Now they're probably gonna have to put me on 24 hour lockdown to where I can't do nothing. Which then I'm probably just gonna butt ball crazy anyway. So it is what it is. But that's what's gonna happen. You put someone in solitude for that long of a period of time, for that many years, I feel so sorry. Again, no, let me say this, because I don't want to get off in a tangent, but man, that's just part of it. It's Friday. I want to keep it lighter. But I do want to say this. There are people from the Black Panther days that went into the penitentiary, and they put them in 24 hour lockdown, and they've been in there ever since. I think about people like H. Rap Brown, and I think about people like that, and Mumba Jabal, I can't never say his name, but I think about people who, and I've seen cases like this where people are in prison for 20 plus years, and they've been in one room, that one little space, don't come out. And if they do come out, they give them that 1 hour in a cage. And I would go crazy. I feel so sorry for these people. And I do feel like at times we take for granted, we do overlook those people. We have let them go. We've forgotten about them. That's why a lot of times when family goes to prison, we just forget about them. They just moved on. They've conditioned us to believe it's okay. And I guess today in my mind, it's so many people out here suffering. And it's like we're going along, get along at this point. And at some point, I don't think we care until it happens or until it affects us. But anyways, I digress. Let me bring the chat around. Let me go one more subject and bring it around. But I appreciate it. Hit the like button as you come on in. People, if you ain't following the channel, definitely do. Hit the channel, bring yourself on in. I appreciate y'all, my people, for coming in. And I appreciate the like that came over here on the L. Scott page. I appreciate you guys. This is my backup page. Come over to Scott Free Morning Show if you want to watch the main thing. All right, so let's go. What else is up in here to start it out? What's next? Let's see. Hold on. Here we go. Let's see what she said. She can't say it, so I'm gonna narrate for her. It's transforming our world. I don't know what this is yet. Let's keep going. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, she's telling us to read it. Okay. Oh, so she's talking about what I'm talking about. So basically what she's talking about is that they're using these servers to cool underground. These people are going to move underground. They're going to go underground. It's happening. I've seen it already. It's going to happen. These people are going to look up one day. We're going to look up one day as humans. We're going to look up, especially melanated ones. We're going to look up, and these people have removed all of our resources and they're going to hoard them all into these little areas down underground, and you're not going to have any access to them. You're going to have to figure out how to survive again. We're going to have to figure out how to be, we're going to have to basically go back to primitive ways and come out of it. It's going to happen. It's happening. I've seen the bunkers too. The bunker sales are up, they said over 500% right now. So people with money are basically, they're getting into their bunkers. They're hiding resources. Think about Switzerland. Now, America has nothing but GMO foods, GMO seeds, GMO everything. And then they're taking all the real food, all the real seeds and going, I think they said Switzerland or something like that. And they hiding them in a vault in another one of those caves, in the ground, things like this. Why are they hiding all of this stuff? What is going on? Why are people acting like we don't see this is happening? Why do they need to take the servers and get the servers cooled by fresh water that you're supposed to be drinking? Why do I need all this good fresh water? Why do you want our water to crash out? You're crashing out our water on purpose. It isn't at them using the fresh water to do this AI de-icing has nothing to do, in my opinion, with I need that water to do it. Because all they're doing is that, because why I think like this, if that's the case, then why are you not spreading these data centers all over the world? Why are you taking them and dropping 30,000 of them in America? Sound like to me, Americans are the only ones that just surveilling like that. Really, honestly, let's just be honest with you. Does anybody else get surveilled like we do? And then two, you got to stop and ask yourself, when they surveil Americans, who are they surveilling? Because remember, well, I ain't even got to do it. You know who I'm saying. Just honestly, people, let me say, this is Friday. Let's just be honest today, people. Ain't nobody looking at what's going on in Portugal. Ain't nobody checking for what's happening in Belgium. But for some reason, this little tiny, incy-bitchy group of black folks over here in America needs to be surveilled at all times. They need to know they want to put a chip in your brain so they can connect to the internet. They say, hey, you can use your mouse. No, bitch, I'm fine. Take my hand, it's fine to use a mouse. I don't need to do it with my eyes. I don't need to do it with my brain. You just want access to my thoughts. You know how crazy it is that somebody wants access to your thoughts? You know how far someone's willing to go if they want to do that? No. I don't want no parts of this. I don't want no parts of them. Yes, these people are doing some crazy things. Let's just move on. Boom. I ain't even get it. Somebody gave me this. That's true. Nobody, you can't see this, but on the screen right now, they're cutting, just in random, somebody has a cherry tree right in their front yard, and the city came by and chopped it down. Okay, let me tell you something for my new people who ain't never been in here. Hit the like button, hit the follow button, and definitely share this. Hit it. It don't do nothing to just tap the screen. Share this live. Share it. Do y'all realize that 90% of the trees in our country are male trees that don't bear any fruit? I'm sorry, and I say this all the time. Don't we have a homeless problem? Don't we have a hunger problem? Don't we have an access to food problem in our country? They call them food deserts. So why are you only planting male trees when we can have an abundance of fruit trees that should just be lining the street? Imagine if your country, this is how I know Democrats don't love you, the Republicans don't love you. This is how I know your best interest is never at heart. If it were, your streets would be lined with fruit trees for free. There will be ways for them to catch water, and they have it to where you could just get water for free. They don't need to monetize things that you need to survive. As a matter of fact, I saw this lady. She is part of something. Let me hit the refresh button because I don't think I saved this. This is a young lady in here, an older lady. Let me see if I got this video. This lady is in some. Yes, she's here. Listen. Let's let her talk. I'm a little. Hold on. Shit, I got off. Hold on. This lady here. Water, soil, and oxygen should not be in an indefinite access. She wants to monetize these things. They want to put it on the market. It doesn't supposed to be a right anymore. Yeah, what'd you say here? Yes. Yes, you're right. Unfortunately, I agree. And I'm just saying to people, y'all, I don't think people are understanding what has happened. So what is happening is these people are taking you and they're making you. They're trying to control every. Do you not feel the control? If you were on here earlier this week, if you were on here last week, we talked about them taking over the car industry. So now they're trying to, I just saw earlier, and I haven't verified whether it's true or not, but I'm listening to Trump, and but there's so many AI videos, you never know. You have to verify and verify and verify. But somebody was talking about him, that the car companies are already trying to make it criminal for you to fix your own car. Don't know if this is true, but it wouldn't shock me. But I want to talk to my people, black people. Why is it that last year, if they did do that, why is it last year was okay? What excuse can they give you that you gonna accept? Did you say, yeah, I can't do that no more, man, like we used to. It just ain't right. There is none. The same way there's no reason for them to be charging you for air. They shouldn't be charging you for water. They shouldn't be charging you for any of this shit. Like Orlando Brown, the crazy man, allegedly, I don't know, something's off. If that young man can say it himself, they're charging you for apples. Something that grows from the earth for free. You pay $12 a bag. Man, come on, man. At this point, I just keep saying this. Why is it? Go, lead into another thing. Young lady here. Let me see if I can find her. Yes, listen. This is how I know it's not about just hurting everyone, because everybody wants to jump on the, I've been hurting. No, it's about America. Watch this. Sorry about that. Whoever hit me the heart over here, I appreciate you on L. Scott. I just saw it, but I can't see the screen. It's out of my shot. But I appreciate the love. Hit the like button. I appreciate you. All right, so let me address what she just said. So, people, what are we talking about here? Everybody comes from the other places and they seem to get right food. For some reason, chicken tastes like chicken. Meat tastes like meat. Beef tastes like beef. Why does it get here? Everything got to be shoestring spaghetti made out of goop and glue. And then it's always targeted towards our community. Even then, ask me, how do I know? Why is it that I can go to a Whole Foods and a neighborhood is more mixed? Because I've done this on purpose doing research. Went to 2 or 3 Whole Foods. It's in the area that got black folks, white folks, everybody's in it. But there's nothing to see Negroes walking around, right? And then I was in California at the time. And so where I was at is that I was in Long Beach. So I'm in Long Beach, right? I'm in Whole Foods in Long Beach. Then I turn around, I go to Whole Foods. What was it called? God darn it, it was down in Orange County. I was living in Orange County. But it was Marina Del Mar. That's where I was at. And when you go down to this part of California, this is bougie central. First and foremost, Orange County ain't got no nickels at all. Okay? I would go days at times, weeks without seeing another black person. Okay? So don't go to Orange County. But when I'm out there, I see this. So I'm in this town. I'm in Marina Del Mar, and I'm going to this Whole Foods. Oh, everything's pristine. Everything is fresh. Everything is on point. Now, everybody gonna say that's rich folk stuff. I agree. But why is it every time our community? So then what I did again, I went over to Anaheim. Anaheim is a mixed community, basically of white and Asian. Now, basically. And Mexican. But basically everywhere. And so when you get over there, theirs is still better than Long Beach's is. And so what I need people to understand is that, I'll give you another example. I've seen this before. I remember watching one of them like 2020 specials, primetime special, whatever it was. And they was talking about how they was taking the same vaccine got trapped. So basically, just say if it was that ding ding from 2020, right? Bing. That got sent. They sent some to the hood. They sent some to the country club. Well, the FedEx guy actually mixed up the packages, sent the one, same thing supposed to be there, bing, bing, went to the hood, gave the hood one the one that's supposed to go there and there, so there. So they flipped it up. Do you know they had somebody riding behind them, watching them, because they made sure that they had to switch it back because they saw that he made the mistake? That's how much they watch and protect to make sure that they don't get, but it says the same thing. Give you another example. Go look at something like jelly in the grocery store, just Publix or Whole Foods. Go to Whole Foods, even better. Go to Whole Foods, go look at the jelly. It could be Welch's. Welch's is gonna be jelly. Grapes. Maybe a little bit of sugar at best. Then go to Dollar Tree and look at their Welch's. It's gonna say high fructose corn syrup. So they give you the same packaging, but one goes to the hood, one goes up to the other place. You want to know why? Because they're poisoning us. First and foremost, yes, they don't care nothing about their own people, so that's collateral damage. But the target is you. I'm starting to realize racism has nothing to do. Well, I ain't gonna say starting to. I want us to realize racism has nothing to do with skin tone. It has all things to do with Black Americans for some reason. That sounds arrogant, doesn't it? I'm not saying these people are not attacking everybody. That's not what I'm saying. But I want to know this. Why is it that when we live underneath these people, they are attacking us at so many ways that where they won't do it to other folks? Why do they allow everybody else in to come in and do better than we do? And then some people say, oh, you making it up. No, I'm not. There's no set aside for Black Americans. Ain't that crazy? The people that y'all call garden tools that y'all built on the back of us, ain't nobody got one set aside for us. How is that? How is that possible? How do you fix your mouth to give money to other people, knowing fully well that you have never even repaired the people that you said built it on their back, even though you built it before they got here? But that's another story. It's just, to me, I honestly, that's why when politicians talk to me or people talk to us and they tell us that we crazy, because they love to tell Black men we don't know what we thinking. You don't know what you thinking, Black man. You just dumb. You need to listen to me. But so when they start talking to me like that, I start asking them, this is why I don't pay no attention to y'all. I can't pay no attention to y'all because none of this makes any sense, because y'all don't ever address the real issues of what's going on. Do y'all notice that they don't never address the real issues going on? Like, class them. How does any Black politician stand in front of you and say to you, I want to represent you, but I've never stood in front of them and say, y'all got to repair my people? I'll give you a class example. I don't like this narrative. I'm gonna tell you. Let's play this. I saw this. This is. Let me see if I can find it. I know I saved it. Where's she at? It's gonna be a video. I'm looking at this video. There she goes. Angela Rye. They said Angela Rye trashes ADOS and then demands Black unity. So let's listen to it. Now, I'm not a fan of the ADOS term because I'm not a fan of the people that they're attached to. But that's only because I truly understand the difference between a lineage and a group. A group can be attacked. A group can be called things. They did it to other things. Remember they call them Black Lives. Now, first of all, Black Lives Matter ain't no kind of organization for nobody to be paying no attention to. They ain't do nothing. They ain't accomplish nothing. They just raise money for themselves. But you know, like I know, you ain't nothing you ever say, oh yeah, that happened because of Black Lives. Nothing. At all. But even with them, they didn't do, ADOS was like, we're a group and you're going to have to listen to what I tell you to do. And that's some ego shit there. Anyway, listen. Let's see what this is. So anyway, let's play that. Uh-oh. Now pause. Now, if any one of you people here know who this lady is, right? If you know anything about it, you know yourself. If they do any political talk, which they do, it's always for one team. So yes, you're advocating for the team. Whether it's directly or indirectly, you are only saying I walk in lockstep with them and how they think, but I do it because of Black people still makes you a do-girl for that party. So you can get angry about it all you want to. But see, that's why I like a person for me. People get in here all the time. And they come in and they say things like, oh, you must be Republican. No, I'm not. Just because I'm trashing your team. I'm trashing your team because your team keep telling you they love you. They're effing you. And you don't realize it. That's why I'm talking to you about them. The other team done already told you, I don't like you. I say all the time, Republicans tell you that I don't like this. So why am I talking to you? I'm talking to the team to be like, man, I love you, man. Let's go kiss your baby. And let's go down to your church and let's do some hymns and stuff. Let's do that. Anyway, side note, speak of that. Should I finish? Now, I'm going to come back though. Because side note, this pissed me off. This ticked me off. I'm gonna show y'all this one because there's a picture, y'all. Y'all got to see this. I'm gonna show everybody this one. Hold on. Let me put this on the screen. L. Sky, y'all ain't gonna be able to see this, unfortunately. But I'm gonna narrate. But I'm starting next week on like Tuesday and Wednesday. You're gonna be able to see everything I'm showing everybody in here. So it's fine. If you hit the follow button, it's just today ain't gonna be able to do it. So I'm gonna show you this real quick. Hold on. So where you go, bitch? Boop. There you go. All right. So I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but I can barely see my damn self. But in here it says, all 54 seniors at Barack Obama's Male Leadership Academy in Dallas was accepted to college. And together they earned more than $15 million in scholarships. Every member of the graduating class is heading to college this fall, people. Everybody hit the like button for this. Amazing. Did you see something that was wrong, though, in there? Something definitely wrong with that thing right there. What's wrong in there? I counted about 4, 5 Negroids in there. And everybody else was non-black. Again, how do you people let these people convince you they love you when in every turn they don't do nothing that loves you? I'm not going to fall for it. Obama ran on I am a Negro ticket. He didn't ever say, I don't care what he said out of his mouth. We all accepted him because he was a cool brother. All right, identity politics. We know this is true. You can sit here and lie to yourself all you want to. I will not. So you told me, why was he such a brother? Because he's on the south side of Chicago. We still hear about that till this day. His brother down there fighting in the streets with the people in the south side of Chicago. Brother, he walks with a pimp. He always dapping up, bro. This man was a walking stereotype, is what they fed us. To now want me to turn around. When you were in office, they said, what you gonna do for black boys? Well, he said, let's do I'm my brother's keeper. Again, if you don't know what this program was or what you had to do to qualify, you knew they had no intentions on ever doing anything for no Negroes. How do I know? I'm my brother's keeper. They set aside, I can't remember how many millions of dollars. And then hear that, millions of dollars. Everybody else get with the B, the big B, like Bill with B. We get a few million, and then they spread that shit out over 10 years on top of it, if I'm not mistaken. But in this program, all you had to do to qualify was just have 45 different chapters, at least one in 45 different states. And if you did that, of course you qualify, we'll send you the money. I think only 2 organizations qualified. One of them was the Boys and Girls Club. I said, oh, so we just gonna keep doing the same shit we was already doing, but we made it seem like we did something. That's what we get. But then you want me to celebrate him graduate? Of course, these 54 brothers going off to college. Now, I bet you if we do this, I bet you if we dive into this $15 million that they done set aside in scholarship, them little nickels in there ain't got as much as some of these other ones. Well, that'll just be a coincidence. I'm the Negro Nostradamus. For some reason, I'm always right when the type of things happen. If we ever dived into this, I guarantee the brother ain't got as much. And if he did get more, the brother's IQ is through the roof, or he can dunk a basketball like nobody's business. And I don't think it's the latter. What do you say? That's why Michelle what? Says she hated Barack for those 10 years. He was oh yeah, he was definitely cosplaying, but she cosplaying. Because she always running around. Look, this one I'm going to tell you like this now. If a couple is together and they ride together, now, I ain't talking about them disloyal bitches and nickels. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about if they ride together. Oh, best believe they roll together. Give you a class example. Y'all watching Nemesis? I'm watching Nemesis. It's a pretty good show. I got 1 episode left. I like the show, right? It ain't the greatest, but it's cool. I love Courtney Kim, right? So I'm watching the show. As you can see, up at least until this point, don't y'all tell me nothing, damn it. Don't nobody say nothing in the comments. I'm be mad as hell. I got the last episode to watch. His girlfriend from the robber dude, the stealing dude, she rolled with him. So I'm just saying this to say this about Michelle. Whatever Barack thinks, she cool with. I don't separate them two. I don't, because she always here cosplaying. She always out here saying the wrong shit she don't need to be saying. Every time they say something on their show, it's always something to do. Look, I don't like them. You shouldn't either, but it's each his own. What do you say? Well, y'all remember what John was said about Michelle? Look, no. I don't know if Mike or Mike Michelle is Mike. I don't get into that. All I know is I will tell you this. And y'all ain't gonna like this. Melina is probably the first. All right. Why did all the president's wives look like potentially like dudes in I'm trying to TikTok won't let me I want to be free and just say what I want. But anyway, but they look like dudes, studs. You know what I'm saying? They didn't look like the most. Look at Barbara Bush. Nancy Bush maybe. Nancy looked okay. Okay, she was cool, right? She didn't, and I'm not talking about like attractive. I'm just saying who didn't look like a dude in a skirt. That's what I'm saying. And it sounded like to me, all them. So Michelle would just fit right in line with the rest of them. It is what it is. What's funny is though, side note, I'm not here to trash her, but what's funny is though, you ever think about it, why her brother look more feminine than she do? Anyways, out there. Side note, let me get this off the screen before they say I'm bullying. Let me get this off the screen. Hold on, people. Let me get this off the screen. Side note, did y'all hear about the Shannon shop? And now, first and foremost, this is Tasha K. I don't never want to get. Look, first and foremost, I don't care what you say about me. You can get in comments and trash me all day long. It is what it is. You're just projecting. My esteem is high, right? So, but what's funny is Tasha K. They be going to her and giving her stuff. I don't never want to have no run in with this bitch at all. If she got anything on me negative, cause this woman, they be sending her stuff. I caught some stuff from her. Like, I wasn't even gonna talk about Shannon. I'm like, good God, Shannon, you just look. First things first. Let me say this. It's not a coincidence that man was hot as fish grease, and now that man's life is crumbling at every turn. Now, is he making some bad decisions? It sounds like it. It sounds like, cause now like this one, I don't know how he gonna justify it. If y'all saw anything, I don't know how he justified any of that. He didn't. Boy, just gonna let him say it. You don't got the back of your oven touched and call it a day. They climbed all in the back of your cabinets, and you done went in the back of somebody else's cabinets, and it just. And I don't understand it, but it makes sense. I'm telling you guys, look, first things first. Somebody told me one day, it was like, man, why you ain't got a bigger following? I'm like, they're not going to let me have one because I'm not crazy and I'm not going to do none of that stuff. See, one thing, you got to learn this. There are things called statistical. The only way for me to make a success at a lane like this is for me to spend time with the family. Because to be honest with you, to only be successful at this, you have to be a statistical anomaly. See, one, look. I'm not doing none of them Shannon Sharp things. I'm not doing none of them games. We're not doing no cast and couch stuff. We ain't breaking nothing over here. We can just walk away. I ain't have it up into this ripe old age. I ain't gonna never have it. Fine with me. Before I give my dignity away. But then you got Kevin. So like Kevin Hart. Like Kevin, a little silly but jilly. This man's a silly man. What did I see of him? Well, I saw something he said, and I wanted to check his ass too. It's right here. Like, Kevin. Why you don't understand that you can't look? Let me play this real quick, and I just want to say that because I ain't gonna bring this up anymore. But let me just play this real quick. Let me see. But the problem is you included people who did not ask to be in the roast. That's where the problem lies. I think for me, this is my issue with Kevin. I've never had this much of an issue with anything else he's ever done up until this point like this. This bothers me so bad. It's just because I get so sick and tired of watching Negroes apologize when they upset a white woman, which, let's just be honest, white woman, if anytime she upset with you, it's something she did wrong and she's sitting here acting like a Karen. Let's just be honest. The women act like victims all the time. So I don't understand why they always got to get apologized to. That bothers me. He'll apologize to them. Oh, the community with the letters. I said a joke about my son that I love and I protect, and we joke like this, and I didn't offend at that time, but 30 years later, you're going to be mad at me. Oh, I'm so sorry. What the fuck is wrong with you people? But then when it comes to us, no, I'm just going to keep saying it. No, you're just going to have to deal with it. You don't understand how it works at roast. Bitch, I wasn't at the roast. Again, George Floyd family was not at the roast. Kevin, it's a roast of you. Let them light into you. That's where it's supposed to be. I don't understand this. Oh, let's go do a roast and let's just go talk about any and everybody we want to. And then we just gonna hide it behind the fact that it's a roast. Okay. So I can get on here today, and if I was a nasty, and I could just sit back and talk about your wife, your daughter, your son, your other kids, I can sit here and talk about them any fashion, and then this is just a roast. We roasting. No, you're gonna feel offended because they didn't ask for that. You signed on for that, and then you continue to talk about how much you own this. So you're telling us, you're telling the community, yes, they offended the shit out of you. Yes, I'm still that dude, and no, I'm not gonna apologize for any of that. I don't want your apology. I want you to understand, just like everyone else, when it gets to this point, I want everybody to understand them days got to be over. Well, who is it that we like him? I don't care. Watch your mouth. For some reason, these little hat people don't have to say nothing. Don't nothing about their life make no sense. Don't nothing about their life ring true. But they get the ultimate respect. I can't get this nigga to say nothing about them online. You know that they won't end the roast. Because they always got, look, let's just be honest. I'm a comedian at heart. I've been thinking about going back to stage too, but we'll talk about it. So I want to talk about them. They got a lot of ammunition. Got a lot of holes in their story. Got a lot of things that happened today that we know that they wrong about on some level, allegedly. I don't know. Watch your tone. So you got to go through to all that's happening, but these materials never make it into anybody's set. Oh, but no. We're just like everyone else. No, they're not. I need my people to get that respect. You want to know why? Because you've earned it. See, listen to this. Just say this. Just say we are the degenerates. Say the men are sexual promiscuous. The women are big lesbians and studs and angry pop. Whatever they project on us, we all that. How is that shit affecting any of them? Because the only time that negative stuff happens, we do it to each other. But for some reason, that's their excuse for why they treat you the way that they do. No. They're doing it on purpose. They're causing us to act this way. I want you to understand, even if we're doing all those things, Black folks get ate off in every way, every facet of life. If it ain't your musical ingenuity, it's your men's legs. And if it ain't your men's legs, it's Serena Williams' arms. She can beat the world by herself. Well, she don't know Zempic or something now. I don't know what's something different. But you get what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying. In some form of fashion, this nation, all the stuff that you see here that they lied to you about that they built, and yes, they lied. That's another conversation for another day. Means that if Negroes was here first, which they were, that's a conversation for another day. Then that means that people all are flooding to your land, your ancestors, your people are in this ground. And then they telling you all the time, but I'm going to just make jokes about the worst of you and don't make no, hey, it's just, no. Find something else. It needs to get to that point. I said this before about hip hop. I think Eminem was amazing. I think he was very good early. I don't know what happened after he got older and then music just is horrible. I don't understand it. But early Eminem was amazing. Top notch type of guy. Never makes my top 5, top 10, top 20. Nothing. Can't. Third base. Can't. None of them. No. Can't do it. No, I'm trying to think of all the white rappers I'm thinking about. Vanilla Ice, he wasn't going to make it anybody that way. But you get what I'm saying. None of them's going to make it. You can't. Because we've done that for hundreds of years, and for hundreds of years, we keep losing our identity. Do you realize the reason why you are Black American now? It is because every native name that you had in this world, they took from you and gave it to someone else. Every time you start third base, there you go. You took and start some music, a genre. You say, hey, some women in the backyard said, let's just do some grunge shit. This shit is amazing. Ain't it good? Yeah, let's do this. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. We threw it out. They grabbed it. Now all of a sudden it's theirs. How did it become yours? How are you telling Beyonce, who is one of the top-notch women of all times in this business, whether you like her or not, you cannot disrespect the accomplishments this woman has put out here. This woman goes out and does a line of music that her ancestors helped produce. They helped produce, did produce. Black Americans did country music. How the fuck is she a guest in her own house? That's because we keep giving our culture away. And then you wonder why people are acting so uppity or so touchy when it comes to us now. It is because you make names up. You tell yourselves that you better than. So since you're going to be better than me, bitch, then don't get away from me. If you feel that you better than me, I need for us to get there. I need for us to, when you stand in front of us and somebody question you, did you say something about black folks? I need for you to squirm in your fucking chair. Excuse my language. I love TikTok shop. I do. I love it. It's just at some point we got to get these people to get on board with this because they're some disrespectful. And then I can say he's going on a tour. He's letting you know no. You niggas are gonna have to take this and just deal with it. Who are you? I'm not taking nothing. You ain't gonna make me do it. Anyways, moving on. See, that stuff is in my timeline. Let me see what else is in here. What else I want to share? That Obama thing ticked me off though. It really did. Let me fast. Okay, let's go here. Young man. So I know you probably saw the little Asian dude basically threatened black America. Oh, you want to boycott Asians? If you haven't seen it, listen to this. This little nigga acting like he's saying something like we can't produce it. No, brother, the reason I want these people, this is what I'm talking about. It is the entitlement and the disrespect that I can't take no more. So you telling me, since you in my neighborhood opening up businesses that this country is keeping my people from open, I should be okay with your people pewing a little kid in my community? And then on top of it, instead of your company, your group of people coming back and being respectful and say, hey, we're not all this way, you want to double down and talk and threaten it? Mother, be happy there's a Michael Jordan for your people to make shoes for. Be happy we buy your Chinese food, because I can promise you this. We stop going there, you getting the fuck out of our neighborhoods, because them white people ain't gonna let you go nowhere. So I'm gonna need you to understand that when you have a customer base that's been forced, you people are forced on us. So since you want to be forced on us, I can tell you just like now, put some air in our chest and see how much we don't do it anymore. Black folks, leave these people alone. Leave these people alone. And then people gonna say, no, all of them don't feel this way. I don't care. He should feel uncomfortable that if he say something, his own people gonna check him because they know that we gonna check them. This is this point. Look, why do you think nobody messes with the U.S.? Because they act like bullies. I don't want us to bully no one. I'm telling you, no, even better. North Central Island stays on their piece of rock. They don't come out. We don't know if they have high technology. They have nothing. We don't know. We just see the few little people that they have shown us that was on the coast when they went out there. Look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about. This is the only group of people in the known world that has no contact with them people. And what's funny about them is this: if you try to go deal with them, they tell you you will not leave here. You will pum. Until this day, they're the only untouched people. So what I need for people to understand is this. That's how you keep yourself. That's how your group stays intact. Now, after you get the respect to all of my heartwarming people who can't seem to see what I'm saying as being something we should do, then we can kumbaya with anybody. Ain't got no issue with it. Do date who you want. Be what you want. Do what you want. But at the end of the day, when black folks walk in the room, we ain't the butt of nobody's jokes. We ain't gonna get ran over. All that ain't gonna happen to us. That's all I'm asking for us to do. Why is there so much? Why do I have to integrate before my own people is together? Why are we the only ones got to do that? Remember, when these immigrants come in, they bring them as blocks. Oh, this group of people go there. This group of people go here. They send them as blocks. You want to know why? So they can have some protection. So they can have some camaraderie. So they can build together. They're telling these people to go places and build. At the same time, they're fracturing you. I think of what it is this. You've lived one way. Especially, all right, let me back it up. Let me say it this way. You want to know why I think that they wanted you on a plantation in the middle of nowhere so much? You ever know this plantation really was in a lot of small towns. Even in the South, the major cities didn't really have plantations like that. If you really think about it, it was a lot of times the rural areas around the bigger cities. You want to know why I believe that was? First and foremost, this world is not what we think it is. It's not. So this country wasn't what you think it is. So what this place was a well more advanced place. Now, we can get into what happened. That's different, another story. But what I'm going to tell you is this. But your people been on that plantation for 1 generation, 2 generations, especially just 2. If you don't come off, you don't see it, they can take whatever story they give you and you're going to take it as true. So now guess what happens with 2 generations have been told the same story and the original people don't remember nothing no more. The 3rd generation, 4th generation, 5th generation is now building off of whatever story that 2nd and 3rd, that 2nd and 3rd generation came off of. So which in turn is, so when you get down the road to 2026 and I say black people are the indigenous people of this soil, you say, that sounds crazy. What are you talking about? We all know, you know what they told you. See, I'm just at the mindset now. I keep looking at this great, wonderful land that everyone keeps wanting to come to. Now, take back before I realized immigrants wanted to come here and drove. Now, people are going to say, it's the white team, man. He's doing this. It's always off of something you produce. Do you know if you take all black ingenuity away, all 50,000 plus patents that we have, just the patents, I ain't even talking about the stuff that wasn't patented. If you take that away, nothing works. So no, it's not just what the white team man is, it's you. Stop letting people tell you this. See, by you getting Martin Luther King every year and then a little bit about Malcolm X, you miss all the ingenuity that this country has produced. We have a lot of it. And so what I want people to understand is that that's on purpose. They don't want you to understand how amazing you are. You are amazing. So again, I'm realizing black Americans are amazing people. I'm not denigrating other people's culture. Did you hear me say anybody else's culture is bad? No, this is not about you. Don't center yourself if you're feeling some type of way. This is a session where if you were in counseling, this if you were talking to your mother or your father, this is me pouring into you. Something's different about you. Something different about the little country girl out of Alabama. Something different about the young man from California. Something different about the young man from North Carolina. It's something different about you. And for some reason in this place here, it's so threatening to everyone. And I know this. No one hates the person that they feel like they better than. I love TikTok Shop. I do. I love it. What'd you say here? I say that only because we are being attacked in every which way. So you got Kevin called, they denigrating us in jokes. We got Carmela Anthony right now got an all-white jury when this case shouldn't even be fucking happening. This is another man that has to go through something that shouldn't have to go through. I'm so sick and tired of these people perpetrating the causing. Look, it's a cause and effect thing. For some reason, cause and effect only means when black people are involved. So if I cause something, no matter what, classic example, if a black man is robbed a bank and I take off running and the cop decides and I'm in Times Square, he's going to shoot at me. Bing, 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 bing. He hits 5 people. He hits me too, but he gets me in the leg. They'll capture me. They're going to charge me for all the other bodies that he shot. They're going to say, I caused everything that goes forward. But for some reason in these situations, here we go with George Zimmerman. You caused the action, but can then cause self-defense. What the fuck is this? This young man out here in South Carolina, the one I was talking about earlier. So you got these people running down a kid. How do you get to use it? But for some reason, it's used against us. And you know why? Something's different about you. Common sense goes out the window when you involved. Everybody has no common sense when it comes to black folks. Have y'all noticed that? What is, can you help me with what racism is? I fail to understand it. I know I benefit from it. I know how to use it when I need to, but can you help me understand it? Bitch, if you don't get out my face. These people. Oh, God. Hold on. What's that? Oh, hold on. I got a puzzle. All right, there you go. Get me back. Hit the like button, people. Come on there. Hit the like button. I'm ranting, but it's Friday. This was a good move. This is a good move, me. But now that young man, he ticked me off, and he out here talking about shoes and Hondas and stuff like that. Remember, the cards came from him, homeboy. Y'all decided to break it down and replicate it. I get it. You treat your people like slaves. Y'all worker bees. I get it. Y'all producing it, homeboy. But this is what I'm trying to tell you. Don't act like we can't do it. Don't act like you got to put pressure on us and we have to learn how to do it. You know how many houses I walked into back in the day when they done broke down satellite boxes and now they don't figure out how to give free satellite? That's in the black man house, in the hood. No education. How you do that? So many things in the hood we learned how to do that we should have known how to do, but it's because it's through epigenetics. You remember where it comes from. You are an amazing group of people. And so what I'm saying is the reason why I can't talk about other people, I'm gonna have to talk about only me, is because where the fuck do I supposed to go to feel good about me? They only got space to talk bad about us. Ain't it amazing that we got East Indians online with Goop Scoop? No one picks at them. They smell musty as hell. And there's no shot. We just telling the truth. But there is no online campaign to just denigrate them, even though, like you said, they walk through months, women and all. When you're a woman in month, you know that's a culture thing. And I'm not here to denigrate. I just know ain't none of them in here. They just... I'm sorry. Don't pay me no attention. So you got that going on. Don't nobody say none of them. You got Asians chewing up minced garlic and spitting it back in the jar, making plastic rice. The ladies all up in these massage parlors doing strange things for change. They ain't got but nobody stereotypes them as them. Every city that you go to got a massage. Who's in there? Ming Ling, who's in there? All of them in there. What they doing? They doing strange things for change. And everybody know it. Look, you just denigrating, Kim. You talking about rats. I didn't say all that. Look at you, just took it too far. I'm joking. No, I'm just saying, look. Everybody has their lower selves in their community, then they have their higher self. For some reason, they're fixated on our lower half. They don't want to talk about nothing else but the worst of us. At the same time, they keep trying to elevate the worst of us. See, when I say that about Cardi B, right? When I talk about I know Cardi B not Black America. I'll use Meg Stallion better because she's another one, right? Or even better, Sexy Red. Why is sex, like, I looked at the all girls come, and see, y'all don't realize why I talk about the ladies in those categories so bad so much. See, I can't talk about the guy because all them be foreign dudes. And then Kendrick Lamar. But then with the girls ones, it's like, come on, man. I've heard way too many way too many good lyrics from women. They should be banging songs that don't, why Sexy Red in the thing? Now, you know what I'm going to give her some respect to? This is why I'm going to tell you, I don't just denigrate people. I talk about people that are hurting the culture. And Sexy Red hurts the black image. I'm sorry, she does. But I know that I don't say nothing about Glorilla. You know why I'm saying nothing about Glow? Because I'm seeing the progression happen. Now, she's going to probably be an enemy to the culture later too, because they got her so young. And what they're going to do, they're going to tell her that all the black folks that did you wrong, your family was messed up. And what she does, they got the rest of her family. So you just be with us. We made you rich. And she may leave us eventually, but at that moment, I'll talk about it. But at this moment, when I see the little girl who started, versus I watch her on interviews when she asks questions, you can tell she's inquisitive. She looks better. And like I said, I know her money's going up. But what I'm saying is that that's life, especially when you come from the hood. What do we expect her to do? We expect her to come out the hood, this polished piece of ass? No. She has to grow into it. But I like that. Sexy Red ain't got no growth. Sexy Red keeps making the categories when she shouldn't. I imagine these damn puzzles. Get out of here with these puzzles. They keep messing me up. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. They keep messing me up. Like I said before, imagine a Dina Howard. It was a Dina Howard, Patra, who else a nasty mother? Akinelli, and trying to think of all the nasty songs I could think of that came out in the 90s. You got all these people in the category, and this would be the BET. This would be the NAACP award. Could you imagine the NAACP award? Akinelli, put it in your mouth. He's up against Cardi B and what's his name's WAP. Wet put WAP. What in the world? What is it? Then you want me to be, you're not going to respect me after that. Look, I don't have no problem. What's going on, Mr. Right? I ain't got no problem with that type of music. I got it in my thing. I got hood music. I'll probably play something after we finish this. I may. I got hood music up today. It's just got a time and a place for everything. Like, class example. You remember the days that when you go to the club and you wore club attire and you had to go to church the next morning, so you dress appropriately for attire for church? Well, they don't blur the line like, bitch, I'm just going straight from the club to the pastor's house. And that's where you lose me at. It's because my whole thing is like this. Everything's supposed to happen at a certain time. Like, I don't want my 5-year-old to know what a 15-year-old knows. I don't want my 15-year-old to know what a 30-year-old knows. Just think they're trying to fast track our children into BS. But anyways, I digress. I'm getting stuck on it too long. Anyway, hit the like button, baby. Hit the like button. Share that live. Let's keep going. It's Friday, people. I'm trying to keep it light. I know y'all said this shit ain't light. All right. What did I want to talk about here? What else we got here? Hey, you know what? Let me say this quick. I know she's not black married, but the young lady here that they found the autopsy said it was suicide. You know what's funny about this? Again, it must be nice. So black folks, again, 911, what's your emergency? Hi, this is George Zimmerman. This is a little black boy walking around here. George, leave him alone. I'm paraphrasing. Leave him alone, George. The police are on their way. They'll take care of it. You just go on home, buddy. All right, I'm going to go deal with him and call self-defense. That's what he said, right? And then the jury said, yeah, makes sense to me. Let him go home. That's what they said. This is the logic that they came up with. Another set of logic. Give you another logic they told us. And then, well, I'll go back there later. I already get jump subject. That's logical. So in this situation, young lady just got proposed to it. She's happy. She's been online talking shit about other folks. Black man ain't shit. I love my white man. He's amazing. He's everything. Oh my God, he's amazing. He's amazing. And he just proposed to me. I'm really gonna rub it in your faces now, nigga. That's what she would have been like. Then we see a video of her running through the hallways. He butt ball naked, running behind her. She go down the flight stairs. We don't see nothing else from this anymore. Oh, it's just suicide. From what? Did they even tell us from what? They just keep saying, oh, it's apparently a suicide. From what? These people will say anything. I heart you back. I do. I appreciate you. You know I do. I'm just saying. I don't get it. I do get it. I do get it. I do get it. If black folks have we've gotten to the point where we just say, hey, just let them do whatever they want. And if they give us an excuse, we'll talk about it online, move on. I'm telling you guys, I'm with you. What y'all want to do? What y'all want to do? I can give you some ideas. We can go from there. But I'm telling you, I'm with any of these people that agree with a group. I say do what Jeff Brown said. Go look up the comedian. Love Jeff Brown. Funny young man. Older man, excuse me. He's my elder. Don't let me be disrespectful. Jeff Brown makes the perfect saying what we should do. When someone agrees to community, like Kevin Hart right now, and I hate to say it for him, but you're not exempt, and I won't use him because it looks like I'm attacking only black folks. I'll just say that. Them agents at this point. Since the young man wants to double down and speak for his community, and I would say to his community, what black folks ready to do to all y'all is his fault. That man at that gas station, and then this young man co-signing it is why y'all ready to get this work. What work you getting? This is the work. For the next 100 years, you will get no business from black American people in any form or fashion in any of your businesses. We will go elsewhere. We will produce our own. We will no longer attend yours at all. Well, wait, sorry. Whenever that apology comes, that's great. But the 100 years starts from the apology. So if you wait 10, whenever them 10 is, they void. You wait 25, then 25 go. When 25 hit, you say, we're sorry, fuck it, bang. Then we said, cool, let's start the 100 years. You know what happens after that? And 100 years sounds egregious, sounds so excessive, doesn't it? It does. That's the point. The point needs to be, I need this to happen. You ever seen somebody, they say they pull out a pum-pumer and pum-pumer, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to make the gesture. And they got to pull on somebody. I want you to understand that when you pull that trigger, whatever, good, bad, or indifferent, whether you needed to or not, this changes everything. And the reason why I say it like that is because I want you, before you pull the trigger, ask yourself, whatever capacity you may have that thing on someone, is it worth what it's going to come? Because it's going to change everything. Now, for me, say if it's my family, say if it's someone I love, say if it's my community, yes, I will pull it and take whatever consequences that come with it because I understand it. If someone breaks in my home, yes, I understand the consequences that come with it. Now, if it's something I don't like, but I'm very angry. No, I need to think before I do something just because I'm upset. And say, I need for people to understand when they're dealing with my community, I need for them to pause and say to themselves, is it worth my entire generation? That's the question it needs to get to. See, again, I don't think politicians, people with platforms really truly love you. Because that's love to me. That's love saying, I want my people to have the highest self-esteem possible. You cannot have that and be as docile as we are. We cannot have that and be as forgiving as we are. You ever seen a person with that girl who eat her who got that really glowing skin, who eat her vegetables and drink her juices, and she always somewhere flowing on the beach on Instagram? You know what I'm talking about. The girl who seems like her life is just a floating dream. You know the girl says, oh, she changed her life. She talked about all the bad stuff she did. She'll show you the picture from 10 years ago when she was ugly, and all of a sudden she started, like I said, drinking coconut water and doing yoni stretches, and all of a sudden now she's beautiful. But you ever know you can't talk to that woman? That woman is just, no, I'm done. You want to know what? Her self-esteem is high. You know what you have to do with a woman with a high self-esteem like that? You got to meet her up there with that self-esteem. So you got to come correct. That's all I want you to do is come correct when it comes to us. That's all I'm saying. What'd you say right here? What'd you say? I can't say I love us too, man. Give my love. Like people say all the time, oh, but y'all culture this and that. They don't deal with us, bitch. Ain't nobody asked you to love it. I said, I love it. See, people think that their projection of our culture should matter. No. Like Myron Gaines got told by a white dude the other day, better watch his mouth talking about white women. He ain't white. And then Myron wanted to chimp. You chipping out, man, like the Negroes, man. They be acting like that. Act like I can't say nothing about their community. You can't. Nobody respect what you got to say. It just is what it is. I don't know why do we insist, like, classic example. You've read, or they told you stories about how this country went to war with this country. You know one thing I'll never tell you, when this country and this country go to war? Man, one country was over there talking bad about the other one. The other country cared. No, that's what they supposed to do. They don't like you. Why is it that we don't understand that, yes, your enemy is your enemy. He's not going to say anything nice. You have to say nice things to you. So that means your people that's with you, like my people, black folks, you can't come for me, talk bad about me more than the people that caused the situation that we in. I won't do that. And the only people that I ever have anything smart to say about our own culture, that's in our own culture, is the people who's denigrating it. Kevin just got something negative to say about it. I'm not saying I want Kevin to lose and I don't want to do that. No, this situation that we're talking about, you are flat out wrong. And I'm telling you, what you're saying should have consequences as a culture. But I don't speak for the culture. I speak for myself. I just tell you what I would do if I could. Anyway, let me move on. What do we got here? People. Any white people in here? I don't know. If it is, any of them here, listen up. This for you too. And I don't need you guys to lead the charge on this next topic, because we can't do it. But we need y'all to do it. Listen up, people. So, let me get this straight. So they set aside money, time for to change mom and daddy. But you can't get black folks nothing. They ain't never no set aside for that. And all this had to do is hit her desk. How did this get fast tracked? Because matter of fact, I should have, and I'm going to go back and replay the Angela Wright thing, because she was in there pissing me off, because she in there naming people who ain't doing nothing but crashing out on us under the illusion that they love you. But we'll go back to it after this. So this bothers me. This bothers me is because, again, the world can be crazy as kid shit, but when it comes to black folks, black and white, and it don't even have to make sense. Class example. Someone can say and get a law broken or get sued and have to pay money because some 60-year-old man wants to be looked at as an 8-year-old little girl. Like I can see now some white T-man. I'm a 60-year-old white T-man, yes, but I feel like an 8-year-old Asian inside, and you're discriminating against me, and then get some money off of it. Black folks can say, yo, I can see where you're literally depriving my community of resources and you're attacking it so far as violence when it goes to your police force, aka gang that you have, all this stuff. I see all these things live. But yet and still, you don't see this. Nope, I don't see none of that. What you talking about? What are you talking about? You're just making it up. Stop being a victim. These people are crazy. Honestly, that's why I don't pay no attention to them. Because this is the craziest bill I've ever heard in my life. So I gotta say, hi, I'm a non-gestating parent. First, I'm the dad. Look. You live in a psyop, man. How in the world does somebody expect you? Honestly, how in the world does somebody expect you to take you serious when you run around here talking about, I'm not a girl. You got punani? I'm gonna use words that we used to use back in the day. You got a punani? Why did I say that? I don't know. This just made me laugh. I'm sorry. That was funny to me. Yes, I have a punani. Oh, you're a girl? No, I'm non-binary. What? What are you talking about? I'm not. Okay. Can you have a baby? Yes. Oh, that means you're a woman. No, some men can. What? No, you can't. I'm sorry. All right, anyway, I'm doing too much of my business. I'm talking too much. Y'all must stop rubbing people wrong. My bad, people. My bad. Anyway, I just had to play it. But look, let me go back to this Andrew Rod thing, because I want to play what else he said, because we got to talk about it. I don't like none of them boule people. Boule people don't understand. I'm going to give them a pass on this. I'm going to give her and all the rest of them a pass on this level. This is what I'm going to say. If you ain't from the hood, if you don't know nothing about the hood, you've been dealing with them people your entire existence. You don't know what you're dealing with. Like, class example. When I've worked in corporate America and you have to live in corporate America, you are cosplaying the entire time. You are code switching the entire time. So now imagine from the time you come onto the planet, that's all you experience. That's all you're gonna know how to function in. So no, Angela can't come if she never hung around Keisha and Tanisha, the twins that were from Southside. I heart you too. I appreciate you. She don't know nothing about hanging with Keisha and Tanisha who steal stuff. You know what I'm saying? She don't know nothing about that. She don't know nothing about having a fight out in front of the school because somebody stole her Jolly Rancher. She don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? She don't know nothing about it. She don't know about getting her heart broke by the dude who didn't wear a shirt until he had to go to school because he walked around the hood with no shirt on. She don't know nothing about that guy. So the stuff that she's saying, the things that she comes, like they go to function, they go to brunches, and they go to, like you said, old girls that they eat cucumber sandwiches and shit like that. We eat that, we eat syrup sandwiches. So unless you, this is why, if anything, you should listen more to a grassroots person that comes from it, that has grown out of it. Like, I'll pay more attention to what the Ice Cube said than I do on Angela Rye, whether you like him or not. And the reason why I say this is because she has no connection to it. You try to tell me, oh, Kamala Harris, black girl. First of all, she ain't black. Second of all, she goes to HBCU. So the fuck what? White people go to HBCU. That don't mean that now they all of a sudden honorary Negro. No. So you just cosplaying again. See, for me, I need someone who's doing that. And see, Angela proves it in her conversation that she does. Now let's go. Let me play what she played again. Let me go back here. I don't even want to play that one. Let's go here. She did. Now, I agree with on that, but I think I skipped over the part. But let her keep cooking. Now, side note, these the same look, black, my community, black Americans who all get it, who understand who's with it, have been talking about this since like 2016 heavily. These are the same people back at the same time, her and the Roland Martins and the Angela Rod, and the Amanda Seale, all of them were telling you wrong, and Mark Lamar Hills, you can't get it, it's not impossible, it's not gonna happen. You need to move on from that. Now, we all want reparations. Now, all of a sudden, these people are experts on reparations, the same people told you not to. Let her keep cooking. I'm gonna let her keep hanging herself. She just read a pamphlet on reparations, like she walked right before they started, is what she sounded like. If you gonna be a black platform, like for me, I sympathize with a man being separated from his family. Look, let me paint a picture for you guys real quick. Any man that gets his family, his children, they get on the inner tube, walk across the board, whatever the fuck they do to get here, knowing that when they get here, there is a very strong possibility that we may get separated at some point. So much we may get separated that we start devising a plan on what we're going to do if it happens. This and third. I can only imagine in some situations it being so bad in my current situation, but if I get there, this just may be it. I get it. So I sympathize, because I'm a parent myself and a parent that has struggled. So I understand all those things. I understand trying to get our family to the best position possible. What I would like to say to Ms. Rye is this: what the fuck is your platform for that for?
You say that we need unity now. That means I'm gonna need you to stay on the task at hand. You. If the neighborhood is on fire and you got a bucket of water, are you throwing it on your neighbor house because you sympathize with it? I'm gonna throw one in my neighbor house, I'm gonna throw one on my house. The one in my neighbor house. Then the neighbor throwing water on his own fucking house. He's not throwing it back on yours. You just throwing it on his with him. Every other one, I'm gonna look out for both. You see how you've just messed yourself up? He's gonna get in front of you. You cannot devote any time, effort, energy if you in this fight to anything other than the fight. If you in a boxing match, do you do other things and do you think about other things, or you stay on the task at hand? Stay on the fucking task at hand. Black folks need this, is what you're saying. So no, you sound like you making excuses for why you take time out your podcast to advocate for humans who are making decisions for themselves. Again, this is the whole Kanye West thing. If he meant slavery is the choice, yes, it's still a life or death choice, but it's still a choice. If I choose death, I love TikTok Shop. If I choose the latter, is what I'm saying, then it's what I choose. But it's not me choosing it. Doesn't mean that this other community that has nothing to do with it, that if I get in here, I'm going to treat him worse when I do, because that's what they do. Why would you devote any time to that if you have a name? I have no name. L. Dot, no one knows. I appreciate the people that's in here and that's following the page. I appreciate you guys. Hit the follow button if you hadn't done it. But we all know Angela. And I know when we know Angela, I need Angela to speak like I speak. She don't have to use my words. She don't have to use my tone. But you need to know that at any given time, she's not going to get deviated from the plan and go over there and say, you know what, fuck them niggas right now. We need to go worry about these people because I'm a human. No, let's keep going. So she don't want to call them illegal immigrants. Is that not what they are? So I don't get this. I don't understand. I don't understand why advocating for yourself is a negative to others. It means that you not, like, for me, I'm a very heartwarming person. If I see some little old white lady fall down, I'm gonna help her up. I am. I'm not an ogre. What are you talking about? If I see some old white lady with dementia walking around the street and she needs some help, I'm gonna help her. Oh God, this lady, oh God, she's gonna get hit by a car. She don't know where she at. I'm gonna do that. But I'm still gonna prioritize my people first and foremost. Now, if it's her, and it could be her, and it could be a sister girl with a BBL that's 30, and both of them out there ready to get hit by a car. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to go get the BBL sister first. Anyway, let me stop. Let me let Andrew keep cooking. Let me keep going. I agree. I like Dr. Darity. Sandy Darity out of Duke University, right up in my alley. I'm from North Carolina. Sandy Darity is the one who basically has given you the blueprint on what and how much black folks need. The trillions and trillions of dollars this man said we are owed in reparations is what he said. Now, what they're talking about is the vet and them kicked him out the group. I guess he won't play along. That's why nobody says $8 no more, because it's stupid. It's a group. Oh, shoot. Did he just say Sheila Jackson Lee? I want to tell y'all something. That takes me off. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. That takes me off. I'm going to tell you why that takes me off when she brought up Sheila Jackson Lee. That lady did that HR hearing, HR 40 hearing. This is what they're speaking to. Oh, because she wanted y'all to get reparations. This woman put a commission together. Now, let me ask you this question. If you put a commission together and you trying to get something, are you going to fill the commission with detractors or supporters? She had Coleman Hughes. His stance, black folks don't deserve it. She had Candace Owens. Her stance, black folks don't deserve it. She had Danny Glover, who looks like he acting like he had dementia. He's the only one I think was pro, it felt like, on the panel. So let's say that. So you have a panel. I can't even remember to have the other people on there. So you got these people on here. No one's advocating for it. Sheila Jackson Lee, yes, she's heading it up. That's great. The shit was 7 years ago. People, hear what I'm saying to you. 7 years ago, I remember because it was the day of my daughter. It was 6 or 7 years ago. I can't remember which year it was. It was either 2019 or 2020. It was one of the two. I think it had to be 2019 because we won't wear a mask. So 2019, I'm at my daughter's who is just freshly in high school. I think it was something like that. I can't remember how she was getting an award. I go home, I watch this farce of a commission that if it meant something, Angela Rye, can someone please tell me the follow-up? She wants to tell me about people who wrote legislation in 1986. Can someone please tell me the follow-up? You want to know the follow-up to what Sandy Daddy's talking about? You know the follow-up to what she's talking about? This is what we're doing. This is the follow-up. Since they don't hold any more commissions, since I don't care, no one's introducing any more legislation. So since none of y'all are doing that, I guess the people, since we don't get to do any of that other stuff, we're going to have to do what we can. This is mean. I'm not going to vote for you then. See, that's unity. If you wanted someone to do it, don't tell me about Sheila Jackson Lee doing a farce of a fucking show. Tell me about what she did after. Tell me what happened from this thing. Nothing came from it. I don't know what the galaxy is, but I love it. I appreciate the galaxy. I do appreciate that. So what people don't understand is that this is lip service. Telling me what you've done in the past. Remember they did it in Cobra? In Cobra, they've been trying to get in reparation for years. I've never heard of them. So what does that mean? Because they did it. That's like me. That's like my channel has no following. Let's just be honest. There's no following there. That's like, to me, I say something in direct opposition to an Angela Rye. Who do you think they're going to... That's like telling Angela Rye, L. Dot said. She goes, who the fuck, it don't matter. So what I need you to do is, y'all got the big platform, you need to make it matter more than what I do. Anyway, let me let her finish, because she said some other stupid shit. Hey man, how you gonna steal my name scot free? I appreciate you, Brad. That's my name, but I appreciate you, Pimper. Check it in. Oh no, sorry. I gotta stop. Oh, she replay. Hold on. Yeah, that was all she did. Now, the only reason why I brought that up is because of this. What happens is, every time I see one of their platforms, Tamika Mara's, Michelle Obama, see, you know what they do? They get really pretty sets. They get real pretty sets. They get real nice microphones. They get soft music. They get really nice lighting. And they sit there. Because, like, matter of fact, Stephen A is ready to do it now. Stephen A. Smith. I was going to bring that up later. Stephen A. Smith is starting a platform. And I didn't even know this, but I played a video. He's doing a platform. What did he say it's for? Let him tell you himself. This is what it's for. So, I played it to play this. I played a clip from that they put out as a promo. I didn't even know it was his show at the time, but I played it earlier this week, if you were here. It was a sister that was on there basically telling us how women were walking circles around men. We're the most educated. We're out here. We're getting the paper. We're doing everything. We're just walking circles of men. We're out here. We don't need them anymore. The whole nine. And I was making reference to the point is that she was making the statement like women now are doing better, doing the things that men used to do, and they're running circles around them. Makes sense on the surface. The dumb shit that don't make sense though is this. Why is it that when you get in a position, you're just running circles around him? When he was in position, he needs to have him a good woman with him, otherwise life is incomplete. Why isn't your life incomplete still if you don't have a husband with you, even though now you're running circles around? You wanna know why? Because the division is supposed to be there, and this sugar honey iced tea that Stephen A is ready to do is going to help further that divide. Because that young lady's on there making that false statement. Because matter of fact, she made that statement right behind this Because people don't get the context. There's something else up here. So now, let me see if I can read this. Despite being one of the, and that thing is tiny. Despite being one of the, I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna have to blow that up. Hold on, because I can't see. Good God gracious. Hold on a second. It says, despite being one of the most educated groups in America, it's been reported that black women suffer the largest employment losses in 2025. And the numbers are still increasing. It says, how can we get some come together as a community to help our sisters keep their jobs? This is crazy. What can we do? Right now, get it. Y'all running circles around us, but now you're losing your jobs. You want to know why? And this is why I want y'all to understand. Articles do this and they leave out full context. So if you're losing your jobs now, you want to know why? Because we have already lost ours. Now it's your turn. See, they used you to get in front of us while we was losing ours. They replaced us with you, and now they're taking them from you. So sister girl, when you running circles around us, because you're getting it, you getting education the whole night. Now your net worth ain't going up. Your relationships are just failing even more now because you sister girl. You going to Dubai, but you failing. So now you don't understand that. Now we all supposed to dive into it. Oh my God, sisters are losing their jobs. You see how they just don't like sisters? No, they don't like none of us. Dumb young lady. Young man, they'll leave context out for you. The context needs to come from your common sense that if your husbands used to have the jobs, and women who are dating men now, because I know they do, I see them all the time. I know that woman knows what, I don't have to know every black man in America to know. It would be nothing to run into if it was 100 couples. At least 60, 70 of them, if not more, those men are going to be struggling to find long-term sufficient income. His wife a lot of times, or his woman, his girlfriend a lot of times, has more of a steadier gig than he does. Now, this isn't always the case. It wasn't always the time of your life, because I went through periods when it was great. I went through times it wasn't great. It's just a part of it. What I'm saying is this. If you know that you are now starting to lose your job, you should use your common sense. Oh shit, they doing to me what they did to my man already. No, they got you online listening to idiots that only wants to big up the lady when she's doing well. You know what that is? That's selfish. You want to celebrate your wins and you also want to benefit from his wins. That's selfish. No, if you don't want to be selfish, when you win it, you support the family just like he supports the family. And if you don't want to be supporting the family, let's get rid of these Asians out of our community. Let's get rid of these laundromats and everything else, and we'll own them, and then your man go back to work. You just got to you're gonna have to occupy. You're gonna have to patronize. I promise you. Remember this: if they keep bringing in these humans, these poor, I'm not gonna call them illegals, and they come in and they set up businesses. For every new business that they open when they get here, that is one less place or one more piece of competition that your black man gonna have to compete with. So I'm sympathizing with them. You're hurting your own culture. Because your own culture is already under attack. Your men are already at the bottom being picked for employment. So meaning the people that we don't run any industry. Being that we don't run any industry means that we are at their beck and their call. We're at their will. When they say yes, we great. When they say no, we lose. They say no a lot. So now, when we build for ourselves, should we be letting in more people to compete in your community because they don't go into theirs? He just told you, the laundromats. He just told you, the Chinese stores. He the beauty supply stores. Why does Madam C.J. Walker put this shit on the map? And you people out here cocky enough to talk trash to the people who invented it? Man, these people are crazy to me. No, ma'am, sir. Black man, black woman, we not each other's enemy. You got an enemy. You just refusing to look at it. That's what it is. Woo, everybody coming for it. Ain't that something? Whatever that was, I don't even know what that is. I appreciate that. I appreciate the love, guys. Appreciate the love, man. Hit the like button, man. We ain't finished yet. It's Friday, people. I got a little more in the tank. Let's see. What else we got? That bothered my spirit when it came to them sisters acting stupid. Don't be dumb. I really don't want. Let me see what else we got in here. Let's see, because I had a bunch of stuff that I skipped over this week. I did skip over. Side note, y'all want to see some pictures of some? And this going. Let me see. Let me show you this. Let me show you this real quick, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all this one. I can show you this. Is this it? Nope, that's the cover. Hold on. Here it is. Beep. Can y'all see that? I'm gonna blow it up a little bit. I'm gonna blow that up if I can. Moving myself. Hold on, I'm gonna blow that up. I want to show y'all something. Show you these people be lying. All right, you see this right here, right? I'm gonna take it down in a second. But y'all see this right here, right? Now these buildings that you're seeing in here. Sorry. These buildings here that you're seeing here. If you can see these, all these buildings were supposed to have been built hundreds of years before the power tool. Now this is Hungary. I think this is Hungary. Oh, this is Budapest. No, this is Budapest. This is Budapest. So hundreds of years before any power tool, any common sense. Remember, you watching Game of Thrones, all these people are peasants. All that is going on. I want y'all to know, I want you to know that we were not primitive. Where we're at right now, we're probably the most primitive we've ever been. Or at least for a long time. The world was very advanced. Black America, you wanna know why? I know somebody probably think, why does nigga got so much air in his chest when he be talking? You wanna know why? Because I know my history. I know what we have produced. I know that when Michael Jordan hit the shot, she said, God damn it, that was just amazing. Now, were there other people who tried to be like Mike, who looked good, but it just wasn't good, right? Well, that's what I see when I see my own culture. I see people mirroring it. I see people who do really good. I see people like I don't dislike any other body else's culture. If you make a hot song, I got this little Asian girl. This little Asian girl was spitting, you know, that K-pop always doing something, but her cadence and her tones, I don't know what she be saying, but she be spitting hot fire. So I don't disrespect it. I'm just saying. But it's something about this one that just, I know something's built different. Something's resonating there. And everybody always, and I know them people, they always attack with this. Like, class example. You know, in this country, we always kept not Iran. Well, they did their name too, but North Korean name always on the tip of our tongue. Russian name always on the tip of our tongue, right? Why? Because they see them as adversaries. They see them as foes. And I think it's all a game, but just on paper, it's an adversary. It's a foe. But it's respectful. See, the attack on us is respect. The disrespect on us is respect. But the difference, it would be respect if we just stood up on our own business. See, what it is that they, instead of fighting you, this is why I know this. Look. They tried, let me say it this way. They tried to convince you that they came over here on boats with their little muskets that they jammed the thing down in there. Boom! Set it up. Get the gunpowder out. Put it down in. Stick the stick out. Stick it in the thing. Shoot it. Boom! And they shoot over there to the left. This is how they tell you they beat you. Because you had a bow and arrow. Now, if you doing all that and I got a bow and arrow and a knife, who gonna win? Because I'm gonna be all up on you before you shoot me. And mind you, I have home turf advantage. That means I know the landscape. I know guerrilla warfare. I have the advantage by numbers. There's no way you should beat this. And they told you that they came over here. This is why they told you that they beat you by war. You wanna know why they told you they beat you by war? Because they had to justify these small amount of red natives that they have versus all of these black people. See, if this place had 100 million red people and now they're down to such a small group, they could just say we had to wipe them out. And then we just brought over some slaves and just made them have sex with each other until they boomed into the millions, which is a lie. But the reason why they do it that way is to cover up the fact that you were the original people. That's why they do the war thing. But do you know how I know they didn't do it? They didn't win that way. It had to be something different. And actually, and y'all let me know if y'all want me to come back on. I can do it. I gotta pick up my car from the shop. But if y'all want me to get back on, we can talk about it. I can go deeper into it. But because some things happened in the 1800s, I think this is when they took control, not when they say it. I think that all that 1492, this, that, I think all that is a story. But anyways, I'll get there. But they said they took it by force. I'll try to come back. They said they took it by force. So if you have muskets that shoot to the left, shoot to the right, this, that, and third, and this and third. Now, today you have sound weapons, chemical weapons, nuclear weapons. You got atomic weapons. You got bazookas and rockets and planes. You got everything. And you still have us as your adversary today. So why don't you use them things and just wipe us out? No, you do it slowly. You do it through the water. You do it through the air. You do it through the propaganda. You do it through the slowly. You have to slowball it. You know, why do you do it that way? You had primitive weapons and you went in there and wiped us out. You didn't have to deal with us no more. So why don't you do that today? Because no one ever takes it by force that way. Somebody got in front of you and they are now. What makes more sense? The person who is genetically inferior to you when it comes to fighting, the people who have primitive weapons just like you, because a musket is primitive, but they wiped you out. They did that, or does this make more sense? The same people today who never tell the truth, who are deceptive in everything that they do. Every truth has a bit of a lie inside of it. Every time they tell you something's good for you, it's actually negative for you. If they tell you to go left, you better go right, because if you go left, it's going to be bad. So every one of the people who are that deceptive to you, those people just went up and beat the mess out of you, even though they're not good enough to do it physically. They did it then, but won't do it now, even though they might have more superior weapons. No, I reject that and I rebuke that. That is BS. That makes no sense. That tells me that something else happened. Somehow, some way, they was able to remove us by name. It's like amnesia. And like I said, I have some things that I've been working on. I have some things I've been looking at. And I want you guys to look at. That would make more sense. I'm realizing why half the buildings are covered up. Why are these buildings covered? Half the buildings covered. Why? Y'all seen that? I know half of y'all probably heard about the mud floods. If you hadn't seen it, go look at any city, like especially Philadelphia. A lot of those cities, majority of the cities. But if you go into them, a lot of the times, the basement really is the first floor. Sometimes it be the basement is 2-3 floors before you hit the bottom. But what it is that I'm telling you, something happened here. Something catastrophic happened, and it disrupted mass amounts of people. And it just so happened, what took over. Like, I'll give you an example. Let me just say it this way, and we'll dive into it later, deeper. I used to watch a show called Revolution. Came on a few years ago, maybe about 15 years ago, somewhere in there, 10, 15 years ago. Man, I was thinking like closer to 15. But basically the world came to an end. Same thing, Walking Dead, same thing. All the ones when it happened, you never notice that a militia pops up. Bing, pops up on the scene. Here comes the militia. The militia takes over, and then it becomes the new world of Johnsons, and then the Johnsons run the world, and then they'll get a number 2, and then they'll build an army, and then they take over, and then everybody has to be a Johnson, and you know how it goes. I believe that's what happened. I believe some people who didn't own or run anything took over stuff that they had nothing, and they took all of it, and that is why they lie so much. Person who lies this much, look, you cannot be superior. You cannot have superior intellect. You cannot have superior genetics. You cannot be superior race. You cannot have superior scroll and structure. You cannot be superior and have to lie this much. You do not have to suppress other people's cultures that much if yours is so superior. Where is your culture? Your culture is everybody else's culture. You ever notice if you go into one of these people's houses, they have collections from all over the world? Oh, I got this from China. I got this from India. I got this from Pakistan. I got this from Budapest. I got this from Morocco. You want to know why? They're taking your culture. But where does that start? Europe. No, nigga, go into Europe. Europe is always black too when you get back far enough. It always turns black. So I'm at a point now. I'm starting to just realize with my people. I'm realizing everything is okie doke. Everything has been okie doke. You think you went, like for me, at this ripe old age of what I know now, I think I know a lot. Oh no, I don't know nothing. Because every 5 or 6 years, you ever had this happen? When you're on a quest, I will tell you this too. People, get on the quest. Don't worry about, I want to learn about this and that and this and that. Don't worry. If you ask the universe, and I'm not a spiritual dude at all. I'm not into none of this stuff, but I do believe this. If you open yourself up for the universe and you tell them what you want and you work towards that, meaning even if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, your energy just says, I want this. It's going to keep feeding you. Because every few years when information starts to get stale, you start saying to yourself, man, I think I've learned a lot, man, in this field, especially like I'm a big history guy. I think I've learned. I think I got a good understanding. I think I have a good concept of what history is now, and I think I do. And do you know what happens, especially with history? You don't know nothing. Because these people lie so much. These people's information don't match the other people's information all over the world. Like example, what year is it? I saw this the other day too, and I know this to be true. You know, and I know most of us know this now. It's not 2026 all over the world. It's 2026 in certain parts of the world, but everybody don't follow it. What is this young man? He had let me see what year he had up. This thing was funny. Right here. So, like right on here. I can't play that. All right, so he got up here. 2026 is in America. Is 2556 in Thailand. It's 1406 in Afghanistan and 218 in Ethiopia. 2018 in Ethiopia. And this is true stuff. So how do we live in a world? Y'all keep trying to see what they did is go look it up again. It's a guy named what was his first name? But his last name was Scaliger. He's the guy who chronicled history. God, what is his first freaking name? But his last name is Scaliger. It was a couple of days I talked about. But this guy, he's the reason why we all have like one type of history. This guy basically commissioned going all over the world, making sure everybody's information fit what Dwight T. Mann wanted it to say. So, like Napoleon Bonaparte, which allegedly ain't even real, but Napoleon made the statement, history is no more than agreed upon lie. That's all it is. And I agree with that. So when you hear the slave story, when you hear all of how it went down, who it went down, how dominating they were, and then you hear the story of Greece and Rome, and then you all this stuff, you're hearing someone's interpretation of what they want the truth to be. And the reason why they gotten so bad is they infused themselves. I'm gonna tell you how bad it's gotten. People, let's keep going. Look. All right, so back in the day, I do know this to be true. There wasn't that many little hat people, right? Wasn't that many of them. Well, now, since we have AI and all they do with AI now is they fill the holes that they used to lie about. I'm telling you, if you see something damning on a Google search or something like that that sounds astronomical crazy that you didn't realize, you better screenshot it. Because once you've looked that up, Google's going to instantly, through their AI, is going to update it to make more sense to fit their narrative. I'll give you an example. They said them little hat people, at the time of 1939, in Germany, there were 2 million of them in that area, in that world. Well, how did you eliminate 6 million if there's only 2 million in there? That's it. I've even seen this before. I've Googled years ago and they did say 2 million. I didn't use my common sense at the time. They did push 6 million. I didn't get it. And then, now if you go to Google, they're going to say they had over 15 million of them in that area. 15 million in that area. So, that makes sense. They got rid of 6 of them. That makes sense now. Well, what doesn't make sense is this. So, let's go back. Let's just show you how they compartmentalize everything and we get dumb. So, now that they compartmentalize that, if you go back to like the year 1900, it'll be like, I'm paraphrasing, this is not the true number, but it is going to be a low amount. It's going to probably be like 6 million black people. Like, matter of fact, let's ask Lola Ray. Lola Ray, in 1900, how many African Americans were there in the United States? Okay, so 8 million people. So fast forward from 8 million to 2026, we have 50 million, they say now, right? That's how we grew, right? Watch this. Let's go further. Let's go deeper. Lola Ray, how many Native Americans were there in the United States in 1900? Oh, hold on. How many Native Americans are there in the United States today? All right, so now this is what I want to show you how they just manipulate numbers and lie. So they went from a few 100,000 to 7 million. We went from 8 million to 50 million. Okay, that's how we did it. Now, great, granted, right? I'm not even talking about us today. That's another subject for another day. Let's go back to the little hat people. They had 15 million, they said, in there at that time. Guess how many people there is today? Around 15 million. They still have 15 million to today. So how does everyone else grow exponentially and they don't move? You want to know why? Because it wasn't 15 million until someone Googled it and they changed it. None of this stuff makes any sense. They lie so much. And when you figure out the lie, they move the goalpost. I tell people all the time, because like you have people who want to get in status and corrections and we're Moors and we are, no, brother, we're Hebrews. And I heard someone say that earlier. You know why I don't get into that? It's because anything that I can come up with, all they're going to do, as long as they're in control and I refuse to fight back in any form of fashion, is they're going to move the goalpost. That's what they're doing now. Classic example. I got a whole piece that we can look up. I can show you guys. And since y'all want me to come back, I may come back. If we come back today, I got a whole video I can show you guys. We're going to show you how Atlanta wasn't what we think Atlanta is. Atlanta's been here for a very long time. So I can go through the videos. I got videos to go through. I have pictures to show you. Things that doesn't fit the narrative, doesn't work, doesn't make sense. They don't teach you. The reason why people push back on our stuff so much, I'm learning about the 8-foot tall Tuscaloosa king, Tuscaloosa, they called him. He was the king of Mobile, Alabama. Mobile, Alabama was a walled city. They said they had over 80 structures that could hold over 1,000 people. That's 80,000 people in this walled city. They don't teach you about any of this stuff. Okay, well, if you're blocking me, I understand. I hope you... He said he was a real, there is no evidence to say that. Okay, all right, I understand, young man. All right, so my whole thing is like this. Again, for anyone, I get it. This is not, I don't debate people in the comment section. There's no need for that. There's information out there for everyone. The same way that I did it, you can do it. I'm not even telling you to believe me. I'm just opening your mind that there. Look at it this way. To anyone who ever wants to argue with me, look at it this way. Don't believe me. Just go look it. And I mean, really look. This is one thing. This is why I'm gonna tell you why I'm so cocky. Excuse me, I'm confident. I'm not cocky. Cocky is arrogant. I'm not arrogant in what I say because, like you say, I don't know everything. But the one thing that I'll do when I get on here, I start talking is, if I say something on my full chest is something that I have studied, researched, and double researched, checked and reset and rechecked. Because what you don't do on here is that I don't come up with stuff that you can't prove. So for me, anyone who pushes back on me, that's fine. Go look. I'm not going to say to debate you. Because I know what I see. I know what I can bring out here if need be. If someone ever wanted to challenge on, I know what to bring to the table to prove what I'm saying. But hell, most of the stuff I dive into, and most people that have been here like Ms. Wright, and y'all guys can contest to it, most of the time we just deal in common sense. All the pictures and paintings and stuff, Ms. Wright, are fake. All of them are. And you ever notice that there's always a picture of there was always one floating around of some Negro? No, that's not real. It's this one. And I'll give you one even better. Let me show you this. Oh, I hope it's up here. God, I hope it's up here. I saw a photo. God, I hope I said, and I don't think I did. I didn't. I saw a photo, and maybe it was on Facebook. I don't know, but I saw a photo that's supposed to have the like, you know, the white tea guys in the colonial days that they wear their fake wigs and stuff. Then they show you the natives and this and the third. Two reasons why I know they be lying too, because they be trying to paint them pictures with bad hairline. That ain't Black America. Stop playing. But they had a picture of a whole bunch of white people and white tea people in the room. Like I said, the wigs, their little outfits on, like they can be judges. You know what I'm talking about. And then they had some natives in there. You want to know what's funny? I noticed in the picture, each one of the white tea people, even though their clothes were slightly different, all of them had the same fucking face. Now, someone just say the painter wasn't a great painter. No, the natives didn't look like that. They had different faces. So it sounds like to me, I'm telling you, you have to look again. I should not be able to pick a hole in all your story. If you're telling the truth, then why I can pick holes in your story? Anyone in the comments that wants to argue with me, tell me that I'm lying. Tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me this. 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 If you're going to build just one building, we have thousands of them. But if you're going to build one skyscraper that's built of pure stone, marble, and everything else, to where it's skyscraper height, to where it's sitting up there with a big point at the top, and your mode of transportation is a horse and buggy. I did a Google search. I mean, a search on the, not Google search. I did an AI search. I allowed them to pull me the numbers on it. How many, to pull the marbles, it was one building I was looking at. I think it was like the Empire State Building or something. But no, it wasn't Empire because Empire came after. It was one, I think it was in Chicago at the time. But I'll look up exactly which one in the building it was. But when I was looking at it, they had like, it was like 100 tons of marble. And then they had like 300,000 tons of something. And I was like, well, how many horses would it take to bring this in? And the AI like literally would take thousands of horses. Do you know to bring in like some of the load, it was like 300,000 gallons of water a day would be how much water you would need for the horses to drag that much weight? I'm sitting there thinking to myself, you first and foremost, let's just say it's true. It's a lie. But let's just say it's true. Let's just say it's true that they use horsepower to pull all that granite. First and foremost, where they get the granite from, there won't no granite businesses running around. So I don't know where you're getting it from. And then they tell you they got it from a whole nother state and shit like that. But anyway, so you got all this coming in, this and the third. So again, you got all of this. You bring them horses in like that. You found the water. You found all of the stuff. I heart you back. I appreciate that. You do all that. You bring all that in. Just say they did it all. They did it all. They figured it out. Why? Explain that. Like today, economically, when we're the biggest boomingest country in the world, they still choose to build with wood. The same way that the houses they showed us through all the movies, was built out of wood. So why did you proceed to build all of your downtowns out of this stones, buildings, and blocks and all the stuff? You did it with no mechanical tools. With no power tools. How did you do it? Why did you do it? That would be a waste of resources. Because remember, there's only a handful of people here. Ship tons of granite. Come on now, and wooden boats. And then they will tell you some of them they got from overseas. But then some of them say something like this. They'll say they got it from a quarry. If it's in New York, they got it from a quarry in Detroit. And I'd be like, so you tell me a horse, y'all put this shit on horses in a carriage and drug it to New York. And then who's these skillful people who can build all of this stuff to make it look identical to each other in every freaking state? This is not, you told me you primitive. You told me it took months sometimes to get from one place to another. What are you talking about? You building this stuff in 1 week, in 2 weeks, in 3 years, in 4 years, and then all the cities burn down, but then you rebuild them up again in a short period of time. Where are you doing any of this? You know none of this is true. But see what it is? You got reinforced through your movies. Aha. When you watched your movies, what did they show you? They always show you the same thing. If you got a town that was one road, you had the saloon where they had the liquor in the horse, and then you had the hotel over here where you give a quarter, and then everybody else lives around it in huts, all made of wood. Never one time when I was watching The Lone Ranger with my father when I was a little bitty boy did I ever see any of these stone massive buildings in these cities. Never showed it. Never showed it one time. Never once did we watch Roots. Did they go into the city? Did you see any of this massive stuff? Didn't show you one time. But for some odd reason, I'll give you another one. I saw it. Go look us up. I'm not going to tell everybody right now when you get off here. Don't leave me now. Stay where you at. Hit the like button. Follow it. Don't leave me yet. But after you get off, I want you to do me a favor. Go look up the aerial shot from 1870, I think it is, of San Francisco. Okay. And the reason I want you to do this, I'm not gonna tell you what it looked like, but I want you to go look it up, and I want to do something real quick. Let's just see real quick. Lola Ray, what was the population of San Francisco in 1870? So I want you guys, when I say go look up the aerial photo of 1870, and they said 100,000 people, and that 100,000 people, meaning that's man, woman, and child. Oh, hold on, let's do something else. Lola Ray, when did San Francisco become a city? $20 years before it became a city. So in 20 years, when y'all pull up that area photo, I'm not even gonna pull it up. I just want you to pull it up. And when you look at this aerial photo of San Francisco, ask yourself this question. Remember, ain't much around San Francisco at this time. We just moving west at 1850. You just looked it up, huh? So Ms. Wright, I want you to ask yourself another question as you get close, because if you got the kind that you looked up, you get to see all of that architecture. I want you to turn around and ask me one question. Remember this. Watch this. Let me give you something else. Watch this. Let's say, I don't want to lie to you. Lola Ray, when did they start incorporating toilets inside the home in the United States? So by the 1880s, 1890s, it's becoming common by this time. But we're in 1870. So that means it would be in its infancy when it would come to it. I want you to tell me, Ms. Wright, when you look at that photo, Ms. Wright, where the hell was everybody taking the crap at?
There's no plumbing in the city, they say.
There's no indoor plumbing in this city. So if you have no plumbing, how you got all these people living in this modern city with no plumbing? How do you have no plumbing, but I see power lines in the city in 1870? How is this possible? How do I see buildings that don't look like they're being built? They look like they're being dug out in this same photo. I'm telling you people, none of this is real. So now imagine my life that I live in. I hear the Dr. Umar. I hear the people online. I hear the people tell me I am a pretendian. I am a person. Of course, I just got here. We just stepped on the soil No, Nick, you cannot learn what I have learned and stay in that level of ignorance. You cannot. Now, do I have all the answers? No. Do I know how we got here? I do not. Do I know how we've gotten to the point we've gotten to now? I do not. But what I can tell you is that we ain't gonna figure out nothing as long as you keep holding on to something that's a fairy tale. You know what's funny? I tell you how much they defend themselves. TikTok has stifled my page. They gave me a strike, a bullying strike, and they've been stifling me ever since. They will not show my content to nobody. If I put up a short, they won't show it. That's why I tell people, please hit the follow button. They will not do it. But for some odd reason, whenever I post about something in history that they said was true, that was sounding ridiculous today, they will come out of the woodworks, not us, them, and defend the fuckery that they began. You know what? This is exactly what I'm saying. It's always a defense of it. Oh, no. Like I told the story the other day that they had damn near midgets. I said 4'11", I was joking, but they took it that literal when I said this. They had the average height. So let's I'll give you exact numbers so you know. They said the average height of a Spaniard when the time they ran into an Aztec person, a Spaniard, a white person, they said. They convinced that these are white people from the southern part of Europe, even though they didn't get considered white tea until like the 1900s. But anyway, they said these Spaniards that they met, that they show you in movies, are always white tea people. On average height between 5'2" and 5'5". But these dudes were such killing machines that 5,000 of them took out 1 million of them in like 30 minutes when the average Aztec was 6'5", they said. That had a warrior class on their own soil. And it was, and I said 1 million. I think it was either 100,000 or 1 million. One or two was some astronomical number. And that ain't the crazy part. What made it crazy was they said the 5,000 did it from the Spaniards, the midgets. They did it without no casualties in 30 minutes. This is the stories that they tell. Because none of us go back into history and look at this BS that they keep telling us. This is in your school books. So when I say to people all the time, I don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. You're not going to just tell me you're amazing because you're subjugating me now. See, white you gotta get in here. You're crazy. You're loony. You're a thug. You people are this and the third. You're just projecting because you have no defense for the lies of what y'all told. You just told lies. None of that makes any sense. So when they tell stories about your American history, your upbringing of coming here, do you really believe now, just off of this one lie? We've only been talking about this maybe 15, 20 minutes. Listen, 15, 20 minutes, these common sense things here should make you question what you think you know about all of this. Because mind you, we didn't even tip the iceberg. If this was a man trying to pull out his pole for a little bit of time with you right now, he ain't even got his zip all the way down. Man, this rabbit hole is deep. And what's so crazy is about it though, I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. I'm a bit older. I'll be honest. I'm gonna read your comment in a second, Ms. Wright. I'm a bit older. And I'm so frustrated. It took me so much later years because I am an informationalist. I've learned more information on self-educating myself than I ever did through the educational system. I've learned so much real information, and when you get on the ground and you look at stuff, you see things, you know these people, all they do is they are paper genociders. That's why I know they didn't beat you. They paper genocide you. Everything is through the paperwork. Everything is always on paper. Remember this. On paper, you have a civil rights bill that's supposed to protect your civil rights. At the same time, they get to do with it what they want to, when they want to, and how they want to, because it's just on paper. The late great Dr. Amos Wilson says it best. Fuck your law. Laws are only as good as what you can enforce. So on papers, I can tell you black people, i.e. is owed 40 acres and a mule. It's on paperwork. So that's why when people start talking about, oh, we got this law, I don't care about your law. What's being enforced? And what our culture has suffered from is an enforcement of us. They have removed us. I always say this. You tell me there's some Siberian people that let me say this again and keep my cool. There is no boats. There's no pictures of slave ships for black people being stuck under boats. I'm not saying it did not happen. I'm not saying it didn't happen at all. But what I'm saying, not to the gravity. And that's not how all our black folks got here. That's what I'm trying to say. How do I know this? Because the numbers don't match. But I'm going to tell you, even if it did, I have not seen any photos. But I have seen photos of white tea people and the Siberian who looks like the Cherokee native now on the exact same boat crossing the waters after 1900. I have seen documentation where they were allotted land if they did certain things. Do y'all heard of Indian schools that they had for kids? You ever heard about those growing up? I can go into this. You ever heard about the Native American schools that they built? What you're going to find in these Native American schools is this. Native American schools a lot of times are all inside of black parts of the country where black people are at. That's one. So who was the people in these native schools at first? And then after they did that, why did it, when they start teaching the people, why does the native language that they speak today, they had to learn it in the 1920s? White people taught them their language. Don't ask me. I'm not lying. Look it up. They sent people to teach them their language. You want to know why? Because they didn't have no language. That is not their land. Allegedly. And all entertainment purposes. What you're going to find out is that everything is an okie doke. Everything is a moval. Everything keeps moving. Again, if today and night in 2026, I said that chick is bad, you know I said she looked good. But in 25, 35, he said this chick is bad. She must have either smelled bad or she was very unattractive. That's what they may think. Words have different meaning at different times. They know this. That's why they're constantly changing them. That's why they're constantly getting in front of them. One thing I can definitively tell you is this. The reason why your life is pure tea misery is because I think they feel if they ever give an inch, that they're going to have to lose it all. But anyways, I digress. You know what? I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. You looked it up over here. Did you saw what I saw? If you see it, man, that city don't make no sense for 20 years. You do not get to be 100,000 people. Mind you, I'm from a small town in North Carolina. We a small town. And we was 60,000 when I was a child. And I can tell you like this now, we ain't producing. You go to the town I'm from, you don't get half of what San Francisco has. I appreciate that. And like I said, I could come back. What I want to do, I always tell people this. When you come into the Scott Free Morning Show, we do it in the afternoons. Kiss my ass, I'm sorry. It's morning somewhere. But it's supposed to be in the morning. I can never get there. But in the afternoon, sometimes if I have time, I'll come back and I'll do what I like to call the backstage pass. What I'll do in there is we just come down and I'll tell you things that I'm learning about. And then that way I'll share with you in real time. I don't, mine is not about hoarding information. I'm not trying to sound like the smartest person in the room. No, this affects you too. Every every person who has a self-esteem issue from this country, every person who thinks that they're no more than a slave baby, any person who thinks that, this place is where you come to get I want you to get your identity back. And see, for me, someone getting online just yelling out, because mind you, you're going to find this. Here's the blueprint for when you know that you're on the right track. When you make the statement, like when I say black Americans with my full chest, black Americans were here first. They had a different name, but it's the same people. I say it with my full chest. The person who doesn't like it is going to come in and say, you're an idiot. You're dumb. You don't know what you're talking about. And then I'll say, well, please elaborate. What did I get wrong? And could you please cite your source? You're dumb. I'm out of here. I'm not even going here with you. You want to know why? Because there's no comeback. Some people genuinely know that they're lying. Other people, it hurts their feelings because they believe something their whole life and they refuse to change. Look at it this way. If you're dating a guy or a girl, I always say this, that refuses to change their behavior, even when they know they're flat out wrong, they're going to always be right. They're going to move the goalpost. If they willing to do that to a person that they stick their poo-poo and their pee-pees in each other's mouth, if they won't do it with them, do you really think that they're going to really believe something now that they've been believing their whole 50 years? They're like, no. I love Jesus and Jesus is the way, and I'm going to continue to do this until I die. That's what I'm supposed to do because that's what my daddy did. That's what we do. And see, me, I represent something a little bit different. We're going to have to do things a little bit different than what our parents did. That don't disrespect our parents. I honor my ancestors. But I also, too, want to learn from their mistakes. I want to learn from the good part. I want to learn from their mistakes. This is what it is. So anyways, guys, again, if you haven't followed the channel, definitely hit the follow button. Come on in, and like I say, 2 more times. Matter of fact, over here on LDOT, 2 more times, and I'll be able to show you this version. They won't let me show you this version right now, but I'll show you this version. That way you be right in my face next time you come. But I'll show you next time. All right, let me get that off the screen. Get that off the screen. Anyway. So anyways, guys, but like I said, I may come back later today. Hit the like button on your way out so we can get those numbers up. Definitely, again, if you haven't started following the channel, definitely follow the channel. Again, go to YouTube. That's the best place to see all of the playbacks if you miss some of this, because the playback is up there instantly. I'm streaming it live. I just leave it up. So definitely go to 300 radio and the number 1. Again, that's 300 radio and the number 1, and you'll see the big beautiful face of mine. And pull up, matter of fact, it'll look just like this. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on 1 second, I'll show you. They gotta make this thing a better color. I can't see nothing. Where you at? That's the cash out. I don't know, I can't find it. Is that it? No, I can't find it. I must have took it down. I may have took it down. But anyway, I just want you to know I love you peoples. I'm gonna cue up a song and let you guys go out with something good. Y'all want upbeat or y'all want slow jam today? Tell me what you want. Somebody tell me what they want. They want an upbeat song. We over here. I'll tell you for the people who don't know. We play music on the way out. I like to we produce music over 300 radio, and I like to play some of our music, give you guys a chance to hear what we produce. So yes, that's it. 300 and the number 1. You don't have to put that little the pound there though. You just put 300 radio. Put the radio. I didn't say the radio. 300 radio and the number 1. Yeah. Slow jam. Okay. All right, Ms. Wright. So let me see what I can find up in here. All right. I'll do this today. I'll play a video, and then because what I'm gonna do is what I've been setting up here. I'm gonna set it up to where after the show goes off, and maybe in the next 30 minutes or so, we'll play a lot of some of the new music that's gonna be on the album we're gonna drop. But today I'll just play one video because I gotta get out of here. So I'm gonna play one video on this, and Ms. Wright asked for a love song, so we're gonna give you a love song today, okay? And see, YouTube, you won't be able to see it. I'm sorry, I'm about to close it out. But TikTok, you will today. So which one would I want to go with? Let me see if I can find one. Let's go. Let's go here. Let's go. Nah, I don't want to do that. Yeah, let's go here. Let's go this one. All right, guys. I'll see you later. I appreciate you. Let me see it. Nah, can't get it up there. I was trying to get it up there for you guys, but I can't. So. Yeah. Alright, just that. You're my dream, like a rain. Alright. Peace.